Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Chinatown in Bangkok. It's sort of a deja vu because it's in the exact spot I filmed yesterday. But because I had so much fun filming, I thought I want to do the same thing again. I want to try it again because it was, like I said, it was good fun. And yesterday I was shooting this camera here, the Lumix S5. And initially I wanted to shoot the 28 Summicron, but for some reason there's so many people here, it's actually crazy. So almost the 28 was almost too narrow, if that makes sense. But on the camera here I have the 18 f1.8 for filming, and I thought, why not try this out for street photography? Because it's so dense, it might make sense. And after looking at the images, it does, and has a cool look, especially when you shoot it wide open. So that's what I'm going to do today again. The Lumix X5 and the 18mm 1.8 here in Chinatown in Bangkok. So without further ado, Lumix 18, Panasonic S5, Bangkok, Chinatown. Let's go. Guys, look at that fish, hey, holy shit. It's humongous. Alright guys, when I'm shooting here, what am I looking for? Because there's so many people, I'm focusing on maybe finding some good characters or people standing in some nice lighting. I think that's the two things I'm looking for here. I mean, if I find a good character in good lighting, perfect. But of course, that doesn't happen all the time. But you can find some really interesting lighting here. So that's not that hard. Besides that, how would you approach this? If you would come here, what kind of lens would you use? What kind of focal length would be interesting to know? Let me know in the comments down below. And in case you haven't seen the first of this series here, or I mean, the first version of this video, check it out. I will link it up there so you can watch it afterwards. It's probably kind of similar to what you see in this video. Right, let's get back to the strip there and let's get some more shots in. All right, let's quickly talk about the settings that I'm using. And by the way, on this lens I have a filter, it's a cheapo version of a Pro Mist. I'll link it down below the video in case you're interested, because it doesn't break the bank, and I think the look you can get out of it is pretty cool. So the settings that I'm using, I'm shooting at 1/200th of a second. ISO is on auto. That's pretty much it. Aperture wide open at 1.8, and also I'm using face detection, autofocus. Once in a while I switch to one area plus, so it's like, and then it will look around in a certain area for faces to focus on. I'm not sure which one is better here, because if there's so many people, the camera has no idea on which face to focus. So it can get a little bit random, but if it hits, it looks really nice. So these are the settings that I'm using. So let's continue and get more shots here in Chinatown. If you want to know how I edit, I use my color profiles for Lightroom. If you're interested, the link will be in the description box down below, together with the link to my street photography zines. Just to give you an idea how busy it was that day, it was absolutely mental. It was tough to get through, and I had to use one hand to protect the camera that is filming me, because the gimbal is a little bit fragile. Alright guys, so far so good. It feels like today there's even more people out here than yesterday, which is pretty crazy. Oh my god, some parts that's really hard to get through, especially with the camera here mounted to my chest. I have to be really careful not to bump into people, and to break it, that would suck. So yeah, but it's good, so it's good fun. Let's try to get more shots here in Chinatown and in Bangkok.
Also this year there will be a bunch of new workshops coming, so you can see the dates on your screen right now. For more information, check out my website. The link will be in the video description.
Alright guys, it's pretty insane. One thing I've noticed here, and it's a tip in general, because the lens is so wide and you need to get super close, that means sometimes you cannot physically get that close because it gets a little bit uncomfortable, but that's why here I mainly use the screen and not so much the viewfinder, because then I can use my arms to extend my reach a little bit and I can get closer without actually getting much closer, if that makes sense. So I think that's one tip. In general, if you want to get close, use your arms, because just extend your arms and you're 0.7 meters closer to your subject. This can already help. If you're shooting film, of course, not possible, but when shooting a digital camera and you have a screen, might be worth trying out. If you always use the viewfinder but you want to get closer, try this, makes things a little bit easier. All right, let's continue shooting. Alright guys, I'm back where I started this episode, and oh my god, as you have probably seen in the video, it's just crazy. It's so many people. It's like prime time. It's the worst. It's really hard to get through, so I think for me it's perfect now to call it a day. I think I got enough good shots. So what do you think? Have you ever been here? If not, you should come here. It's pretty insane and good fun to shoot. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. Also, I want to mention, please check out my street photography zines if you're interested. The link will be in the description box down below. This helps me to make more videos like this in the future. Alright guys, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see each other very soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.